Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a heroic heavy bolt pistol build on the public test server for patch 11.0 that will allow you to one-shot any single Majoris in the game that is calling reinforcements. I have no idea if the perk combination here of the heavy bolt pistol and signal jammer will actually last into the main patch of patch 11.0, but for now, if you actually have this perk equipped on top of the heroic heavy bolt pistol, all you have to do is just shoot a Majoris calling reinforcements in the head and he will instantly die no matter what. Pretty hilarious interaction and pretty fun to use, and honestly the heroic heavy bolt pistol at the moment kind of sucks, so this is like the only fun use case scenario for it at the moment, but this weapon is by no means unusable. The only thing really holding this thing back is the horrible ammo economy and the perk effect no help is coming. Shooting an enemy at the status of Elite Scream stops it from calling for reinforcements. This perk effect does kind of suck outside the perk interaction we're using today, but I don't expect this perk will stay the same come the official patch, so we'll see, but I expect this thing will get a huge buff. Now, the main weapon I chose for this build is the Bolt Carbine because, first of all, in patch 11.0, the Chaos Spawn and Mula Vortex Beast will have their headshot multipliers fixed, so this one will be way better than it was before in patch 10.0, and on top of that, the ammo economy on this weapon is godly, and it's super fun to use anyways. It really helps out a ton when you're using the heavy bolt pistol here because, like I said before, this thing's ammo economy sucks ass, so we do take this just kind of make up for that, and the perk tree is as follows. I just go down the top row for things like Rapid Health and, of course, Home Precision. This perk on both patch 10.0 and patch 11.0 is godly. Equip weapons maximum spread, it decreases by 50% when firing without aiming. Without this perk, your accuracy is donkey ass. This one basically makes your hip fire a laser beam. Super fun to use. You just kind of like run around hip firing guys in the head with this gun. Next perk here is Divine Might, moving up here into the perk Headhunter and Headhunter once again. Then let's go down here to pick up the Divine Might perk for an extra 10% damage buff. Move through here into the perk Cleaving Fire and, of course, Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. When this perk is actually active, this gun's headshot damage at close range is kind of ridiculous, especially if you were to build for things like balance distribution or the perk effect here, Aligned Aim. But even though we're not taking those today, it's still a very powerful option and a great perk on pretty much every gun it's on. And the final two perks I grab are Perpetual Precision and, of course, Recoupment. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores one armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. There are times you'll just be mowing down enemies and getting armor back off a headshot from your hip fire. It's just super helpful for avoiding chip damage. This perk is great on every single weapon it is on, and Recoupment is a top tier perk for sure. And really, any armor regen in Space Marine 2 is godly, and this one is no different. Now, the secondary weapon I have chosen here is very unexpected. It is the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol. Now, this weapon actually has the highest damage of any heavy bolt pistol in the game, including the firepower variant of the heavy bolt pistol here ever so slightly. It's really not that bad as a weapon. The main problem is the terrible magazine and ammo reserve option here, and the pretty lackluster heroic perk effect, but either way, the way I would set this weapon up is just down the bottom tree for things like Death Strike and going up here into the perk Headhunter and, of course, Tactical Precision. The headshot damage on this weapon is quite good. It is pretty fun to use, and of course, with the perk combination we have, we'll just be one-shotting reinforcement guys, which actually does happen quite a bit, so pretty interesting perk combo, and this weapon looks pretty damn sick. Now, the melee weapon I chose here is the Blockchain Sword. I know, daring today, aren't we? But this one is a classic powerhouse of a weapon, especially on tactical. The armor restore, the range damage reduction is simply incredible for him, and the perk tree is pretty standard. Unfortunately, the weapon perk trees in Space Marine 2 are not set up that well at the moment, so the choices are pretty limited, at least as far as good options go. This is how it's set up pretty much all the Blockchain Sword builds. You just take things like Swift Recovery, move up here to take things like Reverberating Impact, because a perk like Saw Blade just does nothing for you on a 3-speed weapon most of the time, and perks like Full Throttle here, and of course Extremis Slayer is very powerful, and the perks up here like Majoris Slayer are not bad by any means, but having Minoru Slayer can help. But if you want to take these top ones, you can. It's just like that's the only choice I really make here. Or maybe you could skip over Full Throttle and pick up the Trampling Stride. That's up to you, but like either way, these initial perks stay the same. That's pretty much all there is for the Blockchain Sword. Now for the tactical perk tree here, I do take the perk Kraken Penetrator rounds first. Bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy. This perk is not incredible, but on this build we actually get a little bit more value out of it than most, mainly because the Bolt Carbine has a piercing of 1, and the Heavy Bolt Pistol here has a piercing of 2, so this one actually helps them more than most weapons. Still not like an incredible perk, but the main reason I'm taking this is because a Plasma Boost does nothing for us on this build, and Balance Distribution makes us lose some secondary weapon damage, which I simply don't want this time around, so we're taking this one instead. Next perk here is Heightened Vigor. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage, don't lose control from heavy hits, and can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. I say it all the time, guys, getting knocked back in this game or like stun locked will just instantly kill you at times, and having this perk will simply save your life. Pretty much always pick this up for like a quote-unquote meta build. You don't have to take it if you don't want to, but it's definitely the best in this column. The next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk simply gives us infinite ammo. Infinite ammo is pretty cool. We love that. It's a pretty great effect. I pretty much always take this on any build. It's not like a heavy bolt rifle with ammo capacity and stuff, because ammo reserves in this game, it's just like one of the most important things in Space Marine 2, and having infinite ammo is just pretty top tier. Next perk here, Secure Stockpile. Equipment charge is restored by 1 for all squad members. Cooldown is 60 seconds. This perk is simply incredible. Getting 60-second melta bombs, shock grenades, crack grenades, frag grenades even. It's a top tier perk. Anything that breaks the pickup economy of Space Marine 2 will simply be godly, and this one is one of the best in the entire game. I'm surprised it's not nerfed yet, but I doubt they're going to change it at this point. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning Extremis or Terminus level enemy restores Auspex scans charged by 50%. This perk is pretty great because you get more Auspexes versus the enemies you want them against, which are Extremis and Terminus. And the next perk here is Battle Focus. A perfectly timed parry or block gives the parried enemy a mark from Auspex scan. This perk used to be better because it would apply things like Concentrated Fire, but these days it does not do that anymore. But it's still a pretty great perk effect because even a base Auspex is a free damage boost. Now, if you don't want to take this, you could take Precise Calibration because this perk does stack with Concentrated Fire to make your Auspex godly and damage buffing. But I do take this one because we're playing by ourselves, and also pairs pretty well with Signal Jammer over here. Next perk here is Concentrated Fire. Auspex scan zone lasts 60% longer, and enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 120% damage, but they lose some mark when they leave the scanned area. This just makes your Auspex do more damage and last longer, so pretty self-explanatory, and having them leave the marked area doesn't matter too much once you know like the movesets of the enemies. Either way, I just think this one's the best in this column by far. The next perk here got buffed in patch 11.0, Signal Jammer. After marking an enemy by Auspex scan, other enemies cannot call for reinforcements and automatically explode upon attempting to do so for 90 seconds. This perk is still pretty trash, but pretty fun on this build, and one-shotting guys with the Heroic Bolt Pistol is pretty damn funny. I would definitely not take this in the main game. Like, if you're going for like a meta build, I'd definitely take Radiant Impact. Maybe they'll buff it up even further on the official release of patch 11.0, but I won't hold my breath. Either way, it's useful for this perk interaction, that's where we're taking it today. Now, for the prestige perks here, I take Acuity for headshot damage, Steel Supplier for ammo reserve options, and of course the two perks, Resilience for extra HP off our stims, and Fortitude for a health increase of 15%, because being tankier is just really goddamn important on a tactical, because otherwise you will get cooked at times. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Bolt Carbine and Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol are pretty fun together, and Signal Jammer with this weapon is a pretty hilarious combination. I doubt this will make it into the live game, but if it does, I mean, you can try it out yourself. And that's pretty much all there is for this one, guys. Here's some actual gameplay of this build, and as always, if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and take it easy. Bye.
The storm has dissipated. Ring through the grates, brothers. Pathetic tyranny. Swapping magazine. The storm has dissipated. This squall is as harmful as a summer breeze. Disgusting tyranny scum. Changing magazine. The storm has dissipated. through the grit, brothers. More space deep scan ready. Blitzer on all space. Rearming. The storm has dissipated. Stalks the battlefield alone. Swapping magazine. This wall is as harmful as a summer breeze. We Tyranid menace and none. Magazine. The storm has dissipated. Reloading. All specs primed. This kindles my righteousness. Prepare for low visibility. Rearming. The storm has dissipated. Be ready, prepare for low visibility. At the first objective, Lieutenant Titus.
Activate the Quartermaster's console and wake the machine spirit. Instruct it to load the implosive warhead onto the train and assist it when necessary.
Publicize blessings, Quartermaster. Awaiting your instructions.
We require a Nova Cannon implosive warhead to be loaded on the train.
Acknowledged. Commencing transport. Attention. Services not found. Operators required to complete the transport
Destroy the spawn mine! Fresh magazine in. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Target rallying reserve forces. Halt it! Changing magazine. mobilize reinforcements. Eliminate.
Munitions prepared for transit, Quartermaster.
We have the warhead on the moon, Collector.
Good. Escort the payload to the train.
According to facility schematics, there is a transport lift that leads to the back. Moment comes. Go Beast! Take it down! Sneaky hive fiend. Detecting my static mine. Made the liquor disappear. For good. Disgusting tyranny scum. Reloading. Half visual income. Spores, gun beast. Picking up extra rounds. Stay close and sharp. Pathetic tyranny of bodies. That one calls for reinforcement. All specs ready to scan. All specs tagged a burrowing tyranny. Changing silence that burning soul from offering through the grit, brothers. Nowhere left to dig. Target seeks to mobilize reinforcements. Eliminate. Enemy reinforcements have heard the rally cry. Throwing frag grenade. Reloading. The storm has dissipated. All specs tried. Disgusting tyranny scum. Rearming. The lights will guide us, brothers. Even humble servitors are instrumental in the Emperor's plans. Fresh magazine in. has dissipated. This way, brothers. Changing magazine. This squall is as harmful as a summer breeze. Swapping magazine. The storm has dissipated. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Activating all specs advanced. Prepare for low visibility. You are fertilizing. Reloading. The storm has dissipated. We made our Primarch proud this day. No telling what surprises await. We shall launch this Terminus's final train.
Obstruction detected. Removal is required to commence.
Acknowledged and ready. We are back on the move! Lictor has us in its sights! Behind for the starters. Swapping magazine. Eliminate the tyranny bioform. Reloading.
Operator. Not found. Resuming search.
Releasing frag grenade. Rearming. Throwing frag grenade.
Engage on track 6. Request
Swapping magazine.
Departmental Minotaur Ordnance Transfer 3639 loading complete. Manifest updated.
You are fertilizing. Reloaded. Fortify your psyche. Target is rallying reserve forces. Brace yourself, brothers! More are incoming! Changing magazine. Disgusting tyrannid scum. Xenos Psych are outmatched by Codex. That one calls for reinforcements. Ammunition cache here. Fresh magazine in. Be ready. All specs ready to scan. Warhead is loaded, Lieutenant.
Good. Deploy it.
For Ultramar!
Engine power depleted. Initiating charging cycle. Departmental penalties will be assessed.
A minor setback. Let us reevaluate our strategy.
Talassa, I have multiple squads moving to your location. You have their attention. Deal with them swiftly. You will not get another shot at this.
Brothers, it occurs to me the Xenos are unaware they must catch a train. We must keep the train out of their putrid. Tyranids on the tracks! Launch train now! All specs tagged and silence that vermin school for more of its foul. Melt upon its side. Ministering self-hate. Violent beasts are tearing apart the instrument of our vengeance! Reloading. Swapping magazine.
Link your armor to the Mechanicus device. You will need to keep close proximity to the charging station until the reset is complete.
Faulty charging system detected. Vengeance here requesting to perform weapons restoration.
Target seeks to mobilize reinforcements. Eliminate. Stealth. Coordinate precisely. Fix the charging station and defend the trains.
Detected. Preparing.
Fresh magazine in. Kill that foe, lest it summon aid. Changing magazine.
Charging system detected. Vengeance here requesting to perform weapons restoration.
Rearming. Resist the Tyranid wave.
An emergency maintenance request is awaiting your immediate attention.
If we coordinate precisely, we can fix the charging station and defend the train simultaneously. Disgusting Tyranid scum. coordinate precisely, we can fix the charging station and defend the train simultaneously. Exterminate. Reloading. If we coordinate precisely, we can fix the charging station and defend the train simultaneously. Swapping magazine. Disgusting Tyranid scum. Dispensing stims. Fresh magazine in. Rearming.
Power connection restored through the grace of the Omnissiah. Engine charged to 75%. Dispatcher. The engine is charged and prepared for departure.
Deploy immediately.
Yes, brother. Successful launch.
Detonation in 5. Brace for shockwave. We are the fist of the Imperium, and we delivered a mighty blow. No Xenos bioscans. Mission successful, Talassa.